Hello, welcome to Jesse2Jesse. Today we're going through Need for Speed Unbound. This one was a bit of a journey for me. So we started halfway through. I got this game initially when it was on the PlayStation Plus catalog. Completed the first 2 weeks, as you can see on the screen. Yeah, completed the first 2 weeks. Got a bit bored, left the catalog. Ended up buying the premium edition, which was on sale, included everything. And when I launched the game, it ended up popping 2 or 3 trophies just from the premium edition, coming with cars and things like that. So coming into this one halfway through, this is part of my new series, new trophy cleanup series. Don't worry, there will be beginning to end trophy videos after this one, but there will be from time to time some cleanup series where we go through DLC and things like that. So jumping in straight away, we're hitting up some of the collectibles. Always good to get those on the way to missions and things like that. You might see there's a little bit of lag when you hit the collectibles. That's not recording all my internet or anything. The game just likes to lag. It's super annoying, but it is what it is. Anyway, going on to some events for the night. I'm not going to show all the events and all the collectibles, but as we go through, I'll show some of them at the beginning, and then obviously at the end when we get some of the trophies. So at the beginning, it's a bit of a journey in terms of recording. We had some audio issues, we had some recording issues. I'll get into that a little bit later. Yeah, and essentially it's just a whole bunch of different issues that end up coming out, and coming up to our first trophy here soon. Just some more collectibles. You need a ton of collectibles through the whole game. I think there's 40 to 50 to 60 of each, and there's 3 different collectibles. You got the billboards, you got the bears, you got the street art, so there's 3 of those, and then you got obviously the speed runs, the drifts, the jumps, and all those sort of things. So just a night here done, and jumping into another day, going straight into the race, skipping all the boring stuff. We'll get into some trophies soon. Take this time just to talk about my thoughts on the game. I think this game is visually really good. It drives really well. The cars drive fantastically. Bit of a step down from Need for Speed Heat, the game that came before this. I thought that one was a little bit better. The day-night system where you have different days and things like that, not a huge fan of it compared to Heat. But yeah, we'll just keep going through some of the races. I'm just showing some of the wins here. I'm not going through all the races, otherwise this video will be... I think there's about 30 hours worth of recording content here. A lot of that was sitting in menus while I was waiting for some trophies. We'll get into those ones a little bit later, but coming up to some more trophies, going through another day here, banking more cash that we'll use to buy some cars. Even though we already got the car trophy for only 10 cars. We got that on both online and the offline game. Getting a 3 stars on a speed trap here. Yeah, so we got those on both the online and the offline version once we booted the game up from having the premium edition, which comes with a whole bunch of cars and car passes and things like that. But at this stage we're technically not too far in the game. It's just we probably skipped a little bit, and the premium edition, if you're going for this game, just get the premium edition with the extra cars, because as you'll see later, one of the cars is elite. It just tears apart the competition, and it really makes this game a breeze, honestly. Having to buy that car from scratch would have been a nightmare. The cash comes very slowly in this game. It takes a while to build up some cash, so getting cars itself, getting the car trophy is probably really easy, but getting a good car to complete all the missions, not as easy. But we'll get into some trophies. We've got one coming up really soon. At this stage of the game, the main mission is really just complete the days. I'm not churning through the days here yet. I'm still playing through the days, doing a couple races, earning some money. Even though I have all the cards I really need at this stage, but I'm still playing the game, getting all the collectibles on the way to the races. Here I'm just deciding. I think this is the grand race here. No. Oh yeah, it is the grand race. So we'll have all the 4 races part of the grand. But yeah. It's really at this stage just doing some races. We'll get into some online stuff in a little bit, but completing some races here, winning more races. Always important. There's no real trophy for winning offline races. You just really got to complete the qualifier, whatever you want to call it, at the end of week 4, and then you're pretty much done with all the racing side of things for the campaign. It's really just getting all those 3 stars and things like that. After that, there's a bit of racing on the online mode, but that can be done solo as well. You just got to be able to connect to the online side of the servers, which is exactly the same as this. And that's another downside as well. There's 2 separate modes to this. Need for Speed Heat had it in one, essentially, where the world felt alive. And you can see here there's a little bit of an audio change. This is where I switched from streaming to a recording software. So a little bit of a change. That's our first trophy there of the video. That's for completing the grand race for week 2. And from here we get some more trophies a lot quicker.
I'll hit you up later.
This trophy coming up. So this one here, that one is for winning a certain amount of cash in a single night. I think it was either $50,000 or $75,000. You get a trophy for that. You get that automatically from completing the main qualifiers, I suppose. We're just upgrading our garage here for another trophy. You got to get all 4 garage upgrades in the offline mode, and there we go, another trophy for us right there. So this one's a bit of a funny story. I thought you had to wipe out 50 cop cars. So before this I was just absolutely ramming them, but that trophy is not in this game. It was in Heat, but it's not in Unbound. So we just have to escape from, I think it's 15 cop chases, and then we pop that trophy there, untouchable. So that's always good. I'm skipping the forward a bit. This one we're just completing a race, getting a certain amount of points on a star race. That one is for completing 10 takeover events, and then this one is for earning $1 million in story mode. There we go, cash money millionaire, $1 million in story mode to get that one done. And then not really much happened for a while after this one. Some more racing. And you see the audio issues here. It's that's my bad driving skills. This one is the end of the week 3 qualifier, I guess you could call it. I can't remember the takeover event. No, qualifier. It's qualifier. I decided to include a little bit longer of a clip on this one. I thought it was nice to watch some driving for a change instead of me just skipping through until when all the trophies pop. It's a bit unfortunate with driving games, unlike other games where there's actual things going on. Driving games is very much, you know, you're driving and you get a trophy sort of thing. So it's a bit unfortunate, a bit of the game genre, but this one happens to be the first that we're going through in the new series, I suppose. And we're coming up to the end. Completed just as we hit that truck going over, which was lucky. So if he was on the other side of the line, I was definitely not missing him like a magnet. There we go, $200,000 reward, so you always pop that trophy to earn a certain amount in a day, and there we go. Lake Dealer, watch out, completing week 3. And we're about to jump into a new recording system I used, which is why the audio is a bit crazy. We're jumping into an online mode here, end up boosting it out with a mate. And then yeah, so this one you have to win a class of each different race, so A, B, S, F plus, and all that sort of stuff. So it's pretty hard to do this solo now, but through so that's for completing an A tier online playlist, completing a B tier online playlist, Oh, winning, sorry, winning a B tier. Only got to win these, you can't just compete. You got to win them. That's winning an S plus tier playlist. And we also got using Burst Nitros 5 times in an online playlist. Teacher's Pet, that one's for winning an A plus Lakeshore playlist. A playlist you got to complete from beginning to end, so if it's 3 races, you got to do 3 races. It sucks, but you got to do it. Superstar, win an S tier online shore playlist, and that's almost all the online trophies that you need another person for. There's technically one more, Full House, which became a bit of a problem in its own right, but we get there in the end eventually. Just doing some more of the... This is the final week of the game. I powered through the final week. I had the cars, I had the money. It was really just getting to the end, so got to the end. See me winning the races here. Unfortunately, this is where some bad misfortune comes. We're going into the final race here. Choosing my favorite car. I love this car. This car is an elite weapon. We use it a lot for all the 3 stars. So before we complete that, I ended up going to online, trying to get the Full House trophy. Took a while. I had to use some friends in a different region to invite me to theirs because the Oceania servers are just dead. There's no chance of finding a lobby, so good luck with that. And completed the race. Well, I technically didn't end up finishing, but did the race. And ended up getting the Full House trophy, completing it online. Playlist with 7 other players. So that one was an absolute pain, but we got there in the end. And then here's me doing a whole bunch of different races. After that, because you need to complete 25 online shore playlists, which is a bit of a grind, especially when you've got nothing else to do in the online mode. There's nothing to work towards, you got all the cars, all that sort of stuff. So it's a bit of a grind, but we ended up getting there, joining up some randoms, having a little bit of fun on the way, doing some racing. Yeah, there's some good money doing those, which is good. So if you don't actually have the premium edition, which I do recommend, just it makes it easier, you do get decent money. Here I'm just soloing some of them. Everyone ended up leaving after 5 or 6 games, which was a bit of a shame, but ended up soloing some of them. My favourite car again. And then here we have a drag race. Drag race is a really quick way to drive through a playlist. They go for about a minute each, so you do 3 of them, 3 minutes, and you're done a playlist. So do that 25 more times. And this is there's a lot of players in the server I was on that wanted to do some drag races, so they ended up just grinding it out. It's really fun. See here as we're going through. Drag racing is really good. You actually have to do any steering. The car just always gives itself through the lanes. You just kind of duck dodging and dip between the traffic when there is some, but luckily there wasn't any on this race. I don't know how people get through the races so quickly. I'm useless at drag races, but you can see I've actually tried. I don't know how people do it so quickly, but stuff is useless. So after completing that one, completed fine, completed 25 online playlists. Again, this one can be done solo, but it's more fun than other people in my opinion. So back onto the regular mode now, or the offline mode I should say. We're back on doing a takeover event. This one you got to earn 250,000 points. So there's two technically with this one. So 200,000 points during a takeover event, and then 250,000 points during a takeover event. But you know, if you're strategic enough, it's not really that much extra ask. It's gone from 200,000 to 250,000. So I ended up knocking this one out in a single mode. Takeover events are really fun in my opinion. There's not a lot of them, but they're really fun. They're really fun. and it doesn't matter if you do it during the day or the night session. I know the night session is technically the proper session, the day is only the practice, but for trophy purposes it still counts, although night looks so much cooler. Takeover events, and you can see here I got the 264,000 just at the end. Could have easily grinded out a few more points during that one, but took it a bit casual during the end. Now going for some drifts. This is not a, I think at this stage I didn't actually have a proper drift car, or I hadn't tuned it, sorry, I hadn't tuned it for drift purposes, so it was a bit of a struggle at first. Then you have to dodge the police. The second you hit them, you start in a chase and you can't do your drift challenge, but started struggling real hard with the drift challenges, even though I had used this drift car. Use this car. I can't remember the Mazda RX-7. Use it. It is the easiest for drifting once you actually change the dials to drift mode and don't do what I did. But yeah, still managed to get 3 stars on this one, even though it was a challenge. But after this, after I changed all the settings, it wasn't really that much of a challenge after that. All the drifts are pretty easy. I can't remember any of them being too much of a hassle. There's a lot more other challenges that were hassles. Speed traps again with this Lotus. This Lotus is a weapon. This thing accelerates and has such a high top speed that there's no chance you're going to struggle with any of the speed traps. And then collecting some more street art. And that one was our final street art. Skipping all the boring stuff, all the other street arts, all the 60 other 60s. You probably don't want to see that. Mad compilation it would have been if I had to add that one in, but that's all the street art. So at this stage of the game, we're just going for collectibles. Everything else is done. It's just the collectibles and the challenges, I suppose. I bundled them all into one. The drifts and stuff, they're not really collectibles, but they are challenges, and it is something to do. I would highly recommend getting the keys to the city, where it actually shows you all the challenges and collectibles are. If not, it is going to be a tough ask to hunt them all down, but you know, $8 is worth $8 to you. Yeah, why not? The good news is they fixed jumping in this one. We're just about to get our final billboard trophy. So in Need for Speed, oh no, sorry, we got some more jumps to go through. In Need for Speed Heat, if you had a light car, it just didn't jump. It just hated jumps. The heavier your car in Need for Speed Heat, the further it went on jumps. That's opposite here. This car, well, at least for this car, I don't know about other cars, but this car gets so much air. Some of the jumps for the billboards, you end up flying over the billboards. You have to sort of scale it back a little bit. As you see here, you can see just the speed you get. And luckily for the billboards, you can just hit the poles out and then go straight for it. And you can see here, you just get mad distance. You clear it, you know, you clear the 4 stars by a country mile. There's no challenge with this car. This car is just such a beast, honestly. If you have this car, you're not going to struggle. You're not going to struggle. So as we progress through more of them, we're not going to make you sit through all of them because they are quite boring. I was getting bored. I had to have Netflix on the side. Going through the bears, got all the bear collectibles. Got the trophy for that. So that's technically all the collectibles. I don't really count billboards as a collectible. Going for the jumps, as I said, all pretty easy. Sometimes you get in trouble from distance like that, but knocked them out. This one always kept going over the billboard. That's why I had such a short run up. Knocked out the billboard. And then finally, this is one of the final trophies. 2 more to come after this, or technically 3, including the platinum. Speed trap, another one really done. You can see how easy it is with this car. There was a few challenges that speed challenges and things like that were a problem, but yeah, not too much. Cleaning up, we got that trophy for completing all the events of 3 stars, and then obviously the platinum trophy that came after that, and now doing some drifts here. So if you enjoyed this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Got a lot of different games coming up, a lot more fun games, and from beginning to end as well. There's going to be obviously some more trophy cleanups as well, but don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and yeah. Don't forget to check out the live stream as well. I'm going to be live streaming some of these games, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video.